hot day is what so many families await in the Erie area, but summer days like this also create an ideal situation for violence.
Data shows crime rates rise on days like these, and the nation is coming off a deadly and very dangerous holiday weekend. Our Ethan Kibbe talked to local police officers and other groups working to prevent violence. Ethan, nationwide, we've seen mass shootings and widespread violence. Are we seeing the same here?
Mike and Eva, no, and that's inarguably good news. We've managed to buck that trend. We're not seeing a spike in violence. We're actually seeing a decline, but it's important to note that just because we're not seeing a spike right now, that doesn't mean that it won't change. And so peacekeepers here are dialed in, trying to make sure our gun violence trends in the right direction.
It just stirs me up when I see that day after day after day after day we've had another mass shooting.
Daryl Craig of the Erie Bluecoats has seen enough. As a wave of gun violence sweeps the country, he's fighting to keep the violence and apathy toward it out of Erie.
There is seeming to be a growing spirit of, yeah, that happened and, okay, let's move on.
So far, Erie has avoided a spike in shootings, with gun violence trending downward. But warm, sunny days threaten that trend, and Erie police say they're especially vigilant this week.
Our call volume is going to increase. Holidays, families together, hot weather, domestics, that's going to rise. There's no doubt about it.
So as the sun shines, the Bluecoats are working, making sure local kids feel safe and loved and finding ways to keep them busy. A productive summer, they say, is a less violent one.
If they don't have anything to do, then whatever comes up, which a lot of times is trouble, then they'll do that.
It's a community-wide effort, and so far it seems to be working. But there are months of warm weather remaining, and the work of violence prevention is only beginning.
If we're going to have hot weather weekends, summer, these guys know that they have to be, they have to be ready to go.
That's something officers are told as they head out to begin their shifts. We do have a few things working in our favor. For one, extra patrols. Erie has added extra officers in the hope of reducing violence. Two, the Crime Investigation Unit and Crime Prevention Units are all keeping an eye on social media, among other spots, looking to prevent crimes before situations develop. And perhaps most importantly, Deputy Chief Rick Laura pointed to the recent federal raid that Erie police played a part in, getting 58 alleged criminals off the street. That was a big drug ring, drug and guns, and he's optimistic that perhaps that will help cut down on crime as we move throughout the summer. Ethan Kibbe, Erie News Now.
Ethan, the